Uh, why did we hold this seminar on Aman exercises? I feel, and this has been presented very eloquently by speakers here, that success and failures are part of life, human life. Be it is an individual's life or any collective entity, including the nations and countries. And what happened in Pakistan lately, that we are very fond of criticizing ourselves. We don't talk our successes. Rather, we try to say something which may be negative. And we thought this Aman exercise is one of those things which we need to really talk, because this is a success story of Pakistan. So, in this particular age of hybrid war, this is one of those things which in fact we need to highlight not only for the outside world, but even inside Pakistan. And I think there is a lot of room. This time we find some focus on these exercises in media. There have been articles, there have been webinars, seminars also. But still, I don't think many people would be knowing about it, that what is happening and how many countries are participating in it. So there are several messages that this success story is giving. And I would like to point out some of them. One is that while Navy is supposed to be a security organization, and it is, and in that sense, we are ready to face every challenge that is presented to the Navy. But our message is of peace. So when we merge them together, that this is a security arena, but we are talking of peace, this gives a message to the world that how much we are interested in the peace in the region as well as in the world. In that way, it is a kind of maritime diplomacy. And again, when we look at the hybrid nature of war, diplomacy is needed in every aspect of life. And this is a maritime diplomacy. With so many countries participating in the exercise, it is clear that our adversaries are not successful in isolating Pakistan, as they say, and as many of us try to, in fact, repeat it in different ways, that we have become isolated. And this has happened. I mean, these number of countries are participating in spite of the environment that has been so much affected by this COVID-19. So this needs to be recognized and highlighted. I think this exercise started in 2007, as you mentioned, and as our former associate and a very close friend Asif Humayun pointed out, that he was one of those. In fact, yes, he was the commander of the first time. So this exercise continuing every 2 years and progressing, it reflects consistency, not only of the event, but the theme also. So that is also a point that needs to be highlighted. As has been discussed and pointed out, इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं, कौन कर रही है, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं. As has been discussed and pointed out, it's a platform that we are providing to the giants in the world. And as was discussed, Russia is also joining this time. So this is a message of success that these exercises are. And of course, when they are meeting, they have an opportunity to interact with each other, to learn from each other, and to find out ways for collaboration. And this is going to be a great I should say, contribution in the overall regional stability as well as global stability. And I would also repeat what has been said, that these exercises are not targeting anyone. These are just for cooperation, and when we say it is for peace, if it is targeting the non-traditional security threats. Just connecting to what I commented, that not many people are aware of these kind of successes, I think we should need to focus on at least three things. M1 exercises will be over within February. So what is going to be the follow-up? Follow-up in terms of narrative that these exercises are providing us, and that has to be projected all over the world, and also at the local level. And that point, Shabana, that you mentioned about the name of the Indian Ocean, I think this has been a mistake on our part also while we were titling this session. We need to focus on the alternative names, and there has been an exercise which has been recognized by many people, that we need to, in our narrative, in our discussions, we need to go for Afro-Asian Ocean rather than insisting on Indian Ocean. So that is, I think, one major point of follow-up. And of course, just repeating, success stories need to be shared and highlighted again and again. So these are the thoughts that I had in mind while concluding this. But as I said earlier, we are not going to end this discussion here. Inshallah, we shall have some follow-up sessions also to continue this particular theme and to provide a support to all those who want to project Pakistan as a peaceful country, which it is, and to remove those misconceptions that are projected about us from our adversaries. So thank you again, and we look forward to more sessions.